don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Max 50. Come on. 19, Tiger.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. 44 yards.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down, Jets.
They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Showing up. 58. 18
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Out of the gun now on third down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A 41-yard attempt.
And Rosas has pushed it to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Fire!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous.
The pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
It's second.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
So that'll back him up 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the 1st down. That's exactly what he did.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
1st down, New York.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross there to make the grab. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score, Chiefs 10, Jets 7. Aldrick Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Coming. Yellow. Right side.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 20, Mike 20.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack. And
the Chiefs are going to get him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And throw right side complete to Parker. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Another carry for
and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
a loss of a yard on the play.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. As nowhere to go here, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow. Let's go, Wally. Down to lose 1. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Good for a Kansas City.
A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Travis Kelce.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 31-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we're in halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 33. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. The 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
5-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
1st down, Jets.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes looking for... He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 23, Jets 7. Harrison Butker to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And the Jets first down.
They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Now a handoff looking right. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now. But
got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf, 65 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation. possession.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
All day, every day, any day. Shoot.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
21.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And going deep for Hill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Chiefs 37, Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, Jets.
Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it'll be third down.
Smith on the coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today.